Before we jump into the video, I want to thank Positive Grip for sponsoring this video. Guys, it has been a while since I've got something really fun in the mail, and I will tell you, this was super cool. It's called a Spark Mini. It is a mini amp for bass or guitar, and it's also a Bluetooth speaker. Just so you can see the size of how small this thing actually is, here is my iPhone 13 Max standing up next to it. My phone is maybe like just a slight little centimeter taller than the amp itself. And honestly, what's crazy is that this amp may be small, but it packs a huge punch when it comes to sound. So as far as the build quality on this Spark Mini, I will say it is very, very solid. When I took it out of the box, it feels like a professional amp like I would with like a Marshall or Ampeg or anything like that. It's got that really solid quality. It's got a little weight to it, but it's not heavy. It makes me feel like I bought something very quality. And honestly, I've traveled around with this and there's not a single nick or ding on it, even though I mean I've traveled on planes and everything with this, and it's just really solid and holds up. And even this little strap that comes with it it's very solid. It doesn't feel cheap at all. It feels like a really solid strap as well. So as far as build quality, I definitely give it a 5-star rating. The functions of this is pretty simple when you look at it. Right at the top, you've got your input jack where you hook up your bass or guitar. And then you have this knob that says music. And all this is so if you're using it as a Bluetooth speaker, you can cut up the music from your phone, iPhone, iPad, whatever, up right here. You can cut the music up right here. And then you can cut, it has this knob that says guitar where you can cut up your guitar. Simple as that. And then right here on the third knob right here are these different settings, like or tone settings or effect settings. Now, most of these are kind of built for guitar. But what I like to do is, you have the rhythm, lead, and solo portion of it. Then you have this one up top called custom, which is the one I like to go to. And then what I do is I go to my app on my phone and change it to the bass setting. And the way you get there is by clicking on the app and clicking on the tab where it has like custom settings, and you'll see these different sounds. It has like pop, it has rock. But if you scroll all the way to the right, you'll see where it says bass. And that is the one that I clicked on. Now, when you click on bass, it comes with a reverb on. So I like to scroll through and just cut that reverb off so it's nice and clean, but it has like a compression. It's even got some overdrives, and you can control what other sounds you want on it as well. So when I go to this custom one, it automatically connects me to that setting. Now, some other things on this amp that's really cool. By the way, this little strap right here is perfect. I'm glad it has this because it makes it way easier to like just carry. You can kind of just carry it. But on the back right here, it's got a power button, which by the way, when you get one of these, just make sure you hit and hold it for the power to come on versus, just clicking it, because I was just clicking it and it wasn't coming on, but you have to click and hold it. And then you have the lights that come up on here just to let you know it's on. And then right next to it, you have the pairing button. So it's recognizable to Bluetooth devices so you can connect to it. And then you have a USB-C connection right here. So you can plug it up to charge, which is really great. I have a little USB cable right here to show you. It just plugs right in, right here, okay? And I have right now I have a little plug. You can use your iPhone plug. I like to use my my iPad plug to plug it in to charge. And it charges just like, an iPhone would. And the battery life, I will say on this, is really good. I've only honestly charged it once and I've had it for over a month, and that's it. Once, and I've used it quite a bit in those months. Like I've used it almost every day for a good bit of time. And so the battery life is really great on here. And then it has an aux in, so if you wanted to connect like an iPad or your computer to your speaker and you didn't have Bluetooth or anything, you could connect an 1/8" cable to here into something else, which is really cool. And you could play it straight through the speaker. Now the last little function on here, the last little hardware thing on here is the line out or the headphone output right here, which basically is just a great way of just cutting off the speaker, the external speaker here, so it could just go straight to your headphones. I've used this many times, especially when it comes to, I don't want to get out my, iRig or interface to be able to practice. All I do is I just pull this guy out, plug my bass into here and plug my headphones in, and I'm ready to go. And what's so cool is that I can hook my phone up to it as well. I don't have to like literally physically hook my phone into it. All I have to do is connect it via Bluetooth, and it'll still play through the headphones just like it would through the Bluetooth speaker itself. Hey guys, I forgot one little thing about the Bluetooth button as well, is when you hold it down, it actually becomes a tuner, so you can tune your bass or guitar really quickly and easily. Now, as far as portability goes with this amp, it is extremely portable. So my backpack has this little, pouch at the bottom where I can fit stuff. Sometimes I have a hard time fitting things in here, but with this amp, I was able to just literally just slide it right on in and able to put my camera in on the other side. So I literally have a bass amp that's in my backpack ready to go without taking much room at all. So when it comes to practicing this with a group or band or different things like that, I will say that is probably the only function on here that I was like, okay, it's not necessarily as loud as these guitar amps. It's not really great with just like a full drum kit. Guys, you gotta realize this is a mini amp. Like this is like the size of my cell phone. It pushes out a really good amount, and honestly, you could get through many rehearsals, but if it's a loud rehearsal, you might need to bring a little bit of a bigger amp, especially if you're playing bass. They have a Spark amp that's a bigger size that will get you through rehearsal, guaranteed. But when it comes to the mini, I would say this is more so of a practice, kind of on the road amp, of where you could just hook it up easy, use it as Bluetooth speaker easily. It's just a quick setup, quick amp. As most of you know, I don't do a lot of videos like this when it comes to products, doing an entire video on one product. Guys, just being completely honest with you, I really love this product. So I recommend you guys go check it out. The price of it is only $195. I know that may seem a little pricey for some people, if it's not like something you can use in like on a gig or anything like that. But for what it does, I will say I'm very impressed. For the price, I feel like it's worth it. Want to give a huge thanks to Positive Grid for sponsoring this video and letting me be one of the first bass players to take a look at the Spark Mini. If you guys want one of these, feel free to check out my link in the description below to where you can get your own Spark Mini. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.